Hi, Big Funky Town here. I just want to talk about dating in the internet and cats that's like my age. I'm 49 years old. Dating is really, really different from what it used to be. Back when I was growing up, dating consisted primarily of walking up to a woman that you saw on the street that she was fine, giving her a holler, see a chick in the club, go on here, you spit your game, that kind of thing. That's what dating was like when I was a young man. Now, mind you, all of this is actually pre-AIDS. When AIDS came on the block, when it came into the picture, that was a game changer. Most of the guys that was out there that was just having casual sex that I knew that were heterosexual stopped, got in committed relationships. Well, maybe two or three committed relationships, but a committed relationship, and that was kind of it. Now, here it is years later, and I find myself back out there trying to do my thing all over again. And it's way different. So, the new thing that everybody's talking about is the internet. Okay, so I decided to check this internet dating thing out, and it's really, really weird. I've had really, in the course of the last year and a half, 3 years, three encounters dealing with internet dating. And the first person that I started talking to, I finally got around to trying to go and meet her. And it kind of messed me up because, like, we were just having a casual conversation about things. And next thing I know, she started talking about trying to put on a dildo and screwing me in the ass. Well, if I was one of those guys that was into that, that would have been fine. But I'm not into that, I mean, it's not gonna be you do me, I do you. It's gonna be I'ma do you. Oh no 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 no! Don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about fucking her up the ass. No shit. That's kind of nasty. But I'm just talking about heterosexual type of sex. That's what I'm into. I'm not bisexual. I'm heterosexual. Okay. So when she started talking about me having sex with her and her putting on a strap on, damn, that was wild. I wasn't for that, and I suddenly had a turkey that was burning in the oven, and that's kind of how I exited out and went home and changed my phone number and didn't answer any more of her emails and left her alone. Because at first I thought she was just joking, but baby girl was serious with that shit. I wasn't finna play that shit. Time to cut out. Next situation that popped up, it was a partner of mine turned me on to this woman. So it was part internet, part, hey, I got this homeboy and he got this cousin, and won't you talk to my cousin? And we met up over the internet, and it seemed like it was cool. I made a mistake though. I let her come to the house. Bad move. Very, very bad move. She arrives in a nice big brand new Escalade. I'm checking this. All right, cool. She was a nice ride. She's working. She's employed. Okay, that's good to go. All right, she gets out, and like all you can really see is the top half of her body. Okay, so I'm looking at the top half of her body, right? You know, big ass tits. She's kind of tall. I'm like, okay, yeah, this can work. You know, shit. Then when she closed that goddamn truck door, I see why she was dating on the internet. Baby girl, the lower section was like it didn't match up with the top section in that that was a humongous woman's lower part. Okay, I mean gigantic thighs, gigantic ass, cankles on the ankles, shit. Her thighs looked like they had an ass on top of them. Her stomach looked like it had an additional ass. I'm like, God damn. And she came on up to the house. I said, well, maybe we can just be friends. Because that's at that point, you know where I live. I can't really just get rid of you. That's what we need to do is just be cool. Just be friends. Because, like, on the physical, I'm not really feeling you. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not the littlest guy. Okay? But I'm going to tell you something. I'd rather be standing there with a woman and me and her look like the number 10 when we stand together than looking like the symbol for infinity. Alright? Shit ain't gonna work. Not to mention that then I need to start looking at buying a reinforced bed, and then if she got on top, she'd break my goddamn hip, my clavicle. Shit would be fucked up. Uh, she gets on top, my ass can't breathe. I try to hit it from the back. Hey, look, I'm not packing 12 inches. I'm not going to tell that lie. But goddamn, as big as that woman's ass was, I'd have to be packing a 13-inch dick. Alright? Straight up. Shit was not going to work. I could tell. My guts, her ass. We had an impasse. Shit. Can't do nothing. She was nice enough, and I thought that she was just wanting to be friendly. But this chick, believe it or not, she had 5 or 6 kids of her own already, was acting like her biological clock was ticking and she wanted another one. Look here. I'm not trying to be daddy number 6, okay? So that wasn't going to work. We had to split. So that for a while was my intro into internet dating. Now here recently, I've met a lady. She seems to be pretty nice. And we've been talking. But some of the things that she says to me are kind of suspect. Uh, like I said, she's nice. We went to the movies. We had a nice time at the movies. And we were talking afterward. And she said something to the effect that after we got through at the movies and everything, I asked her, trying to, be diplomatic and charming and actually kind of curious. I'm like, well, you seem so nice and everything about you seems so right, and everything. Why is it that you're not married or in a committed relationship already? And she starts telling me how, like, men think that she's a whore and she's not a whore. Look here. I appreciate her honesty, but one of the last things you should tell any guy is that, you know, guys think you're a whore. Well, what is it that you're doing that's putting it out there like that? You know what I'm saying? Or what is it about the guys that you're meeting that's the first thing they want to do? I mean, look, they got AIDS out there, and that shit is killing folk. I want to die of some normal shit like cancer, diabetes, or a heart attack, some shit like that. I don't want to die of AIDS. I want to die of anything else but a firing squad before AIDS. You know what I'm saying? I mean that. I just don't want to fuck with that shit because it's a long, lingering death. Well, cancer's a long, lingering death too. Shit that chemo be whooping you. Well, diabetes can be really bad if you don't manage it correctly. Yeah. I guess that could be long and drawn out. Well, if you got a heart condition, you can't get overexcited. You could kind of be here today, gone tomorrow. But I don't want to die of AIDS because that's a long, lingering death. Damn. So, anyway, getting back to old girl, I mean, it's been my experience in my life that when a woman says something that's that extreme, it usually means the opposite. So, kind of what went through my mind is, well, damn, I buy my time out. Shit, I'll be up in them guts in no time. That went through my mind. except for one thing. That's not what I'm looking for. Okay, I want to get to know what you're about before we go. We fall off in the bed. Falling off in the bed. I mean, that comes later. You're talking to a guy that's been with women that everything like started out all right and it was great and looked like we was gonna make it together and shit. 6 months later, you like calling your homeboy on the phone. Dude, help me out. Bitch is crazy. Goddamn, she's trying to feed me voodoo on the stick, man. Get me out of this shit. Man, I've been down that road. Okay? So I'm not in a rush. And I guess that's the advantage of being 49 years old. You're not in a rush anymore. Well, yeah, you kind of are in a rush because, like, you want to fuck and you figure that you could die at any time. So, you never know when the last time is going to be the last time. But you're not in that kind of a rush. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. You're just not in a crazy rush. You try to take your time, see what works out, you know. And the other thing that trips me out about dating now at this point in my life, I used to laugh at motherfuckers when they talk about I've fallen and I can't get up. I think most of America laughed at that now. Now when it comes to dating, if I fall down, I say, "Oh help, I can't get up." If it's an older chick, I'm gonna look over at shit, baby. Won't you pull out one of them titties? I just pull up on that bitch because I know it's sitting up there pointing at the ground, big time. Shit, gravity done took over. Guys, remember that. You got a chick with humongous tits when she's in like her 20s and 30s. Shit, I guarantee you, when she hits her 40s, it's all downhill. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Lie to fuck around and your woman can't find a bra. That's okay. She'll just throw them over her shoulders and just tuck them up on her underarms and keep on going. Shit. So finally, instead of trying to stand in front of her and play with her nipples, you reaching up under her arms and grabbing shit. The baby open up your arm just a little bit. Shit. Sitting up there playing with the nipples and shit. That's kind of how it go. And the other thing I've noticed about dating now, you know, part of the lingo, especially when you talk about older people, we start talking about our aches and pains and shit. You know, when you're young, you're talking about, oh, I ran 10 miles and I can lift 10,000 pounds, and half of that I can do with my dick. Now I'm sitting up here talking about, well, I was talking to the doctor the other day and he might give me a prescription for Viagra. Not that I need it, but shit. And I mean, and that's a big difference in how things go now. So on one end, you're still in the game. You can still be in the game because you're not dead yet. On the other end, it's played differently. I mean, it's like I'm thinking now that the next time I have sex, I'm gonna need to run a lap around the block and stretch and go on ahead and do an EKG and shit, and then get the pussy. But by that time, she'll be out the mood, and I'll be out the mood too. Shit, I'll be making an appointment for my doctor. So I guess I'm gonna just kind of close it off now, and I'm just gonna say, man, look, dating at 49 is a whole lot different from dating than, like, say, when you were 29. This has been Big Funky Town. I'll holler at you later. Peace.